No. Hey, what's up, Casing? Deuces. I'm just getting set up here. Mad glare on that stuff back there. How's everyone doing tonight? Pretty good, Casing. Just getting set up. Trying to adjust my seat. Thanks, Deuces. Pulled that one last night on stream. If you know the D man, he was goating me to rip all these. I made a post on Instagram about collecting these, and then he came on stream and started harassing me. So I opened 2. The second one I opened was that out of 50. What's up, Token Cowboy? Oh, you saw my post, Deuces? Or you were in the show last night? Nice. So, yeah, there's the D-man himself. Yeah, he was goating me. So I ripped one. There he is again. He's still at it. I'll save it. I'll save that for another show, bro. No, I'm excited that he got me to open that. I've been like had a smile on my face all day. Pretty epic pull. Yeah, now I got the bug for sure. I got the bug to rip some more. Let me get this phone plugged in. What's up, Alive 25? All right, thanks for sharing out this stream, D-man. Let me get this thing plugged in so I don't run out of juice. Yeah, no breaks or anything. Tonight's the Whatnot show, so I'll literally walk people through how to set up a Whatnot stream. So I'll go on my trusty pad here. Oh, I'm not gonna see my code here. I was about to show you guys my code. About to show you the secret code. Oh, wow. And then we get this. This is awesome. Oh, VeeFriends has they're running the show tonight, aren't they? I missed it. And this happened last time too. My thing got froze up. I don't know what's up with this pad. I'm gonna take it out of the case here. Yeah, CGC grades comic. CGC stands for Comic Grading Company. And that's where I get, I also get the cards. They do cards too. So, like, I have them grade these because these are comic book characters. So I figured it was fitting to get them graded at CGC. Hey, what's up, SJ Novelties and Collectibles in the house? And then if you don't know about grading, you can always scan these to check the authentication. You shouldn't even be able to like snap a photo of it, and you can check it on the CGC site, and you can see exactly, when the grading of it and stuff. And then there's also this. This is the grading serial number. If you're not familiar with that, but that is the number you can double check and make sure like the authentication of it and stuff. What's going on, SJ? Trying to get my pad to my pad's not wanting to load up. Oh, there we go. I think it's got loaded now. I've got mad glare from that stupid light in the middle of the room. What's up, everyone? Wearing my Whatnot hat. Gotta look professional. Gotta look professional for the Whatnot stream. There should be a couple more people joining. What's up, Devilstein? Devilstein? Is it Devilstein or Devilstein? So SJ, have you walked through setting up product or anything? Have you done the whatnot tutorials at all? SJ just got home. He might be settling in. Nice. Yeah, I'll walk you through like setting up a product and scheduling your first show here. And again, this stream. So what you can do here on Whatnot, if you want to stream to you can stream to YouTube, you can stream to Twitch, and I and also you can stream to Facebook Live. Would help like gain followers. I'm streaming to YouTube right now. Yeah, I think it's Facebook. Let's see. Now I forget where to look at it. When you go to, let me see if I can set up a show. Yeah, I believe it's Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm pretty sure those are the three. But you have to link your Facebook account, or if you wanted to start another Facebook account specifically for streaming, you should be able to do that. And you just have to set up your links on Whatnot before you go live. And then when you go live, it'll be at the like on my phone, it's at the bottom. It'll say stream to these other platforms, and then you just turn them on. Like sometimes, like last night, I turned mine off, and I got a mad glare. I turned mine off because I wanted to play like regular music. Like right now, I'm playing non-copyrighted music, so that'll push to YouTube. But if you play any type of copyrighted music, it will bump your whole video, and it won't go to YouTube. Yeah, IG. I'm sure it'll all hook up sooner or later. Whatnot's still relatively new with doing all their plugins. But I'm sure it will be live on IG too. But Facebook is really the better place right now as far as traction goes. What's up, Destiny? Oh, that light is killing me. Let's see. I'll walk you through the product though. It's pretty simple. This is my pad, and I have like a different account set up for this one, so I can show you if you're ready. I mean, you don't have to set up a new Facebook account, especially if you already have people. You could always stream on your regular Facebook account and then later switch everybody over to your other Facebook if you just want one specific. But streaming to your Facebook account that's already active, that way you already have followers on there and you can push them to your new Facebook account once you set it up. That way you could have, get more traction on the Facebook. We'll start over again. What's up, Cole Cat? Nice to see you in here. Did you stop by to watch the how to set up a whatnot? And then again, if you want to watch this video or watch some of the other whatnot streams that I've done, this is my YouTube handle, Jake Breaks 55 on YouTube, and you can see some of the other whatnot breaks I've done. And I've done a couple of these shows on whatnot where we walk people through products, and I've had some whatnot sellers stop by and drop some advice also, which was helpful. But right now, I'm going to walk you through creating a product if y'all are ready. So you go to your seller hub, which you can see down here. You would just go to your seller hub, hit create a product, and then I always preload my photos. That way I can enhance the color and do any cropping before. But I have just one already loaded in here. And you can also just use uh you can just if you're on your phone, you can just use the photos and like take a photo of it as you go if you wanted to. But I would suggest having photos preloaded, and then I'll just hit add. This was just a t-shirt design I came up with. And then you're going to pick your category. Like this one, let's just say t-shirts. I'm going to pick artisan home goods. And there's also a drop down menu here that will pull up, and then you can pick your category according to what you have. But we're just going to pick artisan home goods for the t-shirt, put a title in. I use ChatGPT for all my stuff. Anything I'm doing nowadays, I use ChatGPT and ask it to give me the best title specifically for whatnot. But we're just going to put a generic title in here right now. We're just going to put t-shirt. And then in the description, you have 1,000 characters on whatnot. So when I use ChatGPT the first couple times, I make sure that it knows you have 1,000 character limit and have ChatGPT set me up a description specifically for whatnot to get me the most views. Description is pretty important as far as SEO goes. When people are looking up products on whatnot, this is going to get you more traction. But right now, we're just going to do a generic one. We'll just put yellow t-shirt and hit done. And then you can pick quantity available. So if you have multiple t-shirts, you can just click as many as you want, as many t-shirts as you have. Make sure you don't go over so somebody didn't buy something you don't actually have. And then you can also, this is actually pretty new, variants is new, I think within the last 3 or 4 months. They didn't used to have this, but now you can pick variants. So let's just say you have the yellow t-shirt, and you can pick quantity. Let's just say 8. And then let's say you had a blue t-shirt. You can type in blue or whatever it is. And then you can sit here and add. Well, you can sit here and press plus, and it will add a new one. And you can do this as many times as you want. We'll say we had a red t-shirt, and I had 4 of those. That way it'll separate everything out. And then let's just say we had a black one. We're just going to put BLK and hit 2. And then just go back. And now all your shirts or whatever product you have shows the quantity and will keep track of everything. And this is in one listing. So then it's going to automatically total up at 22 available, but it'll have a drop down menu for the buyer. And then you can set it up for auction or buy it now. When you have stuff listed in your shop, they call it the bin. You'll see people type in BIN. That's the buy it now section of your store. And then just put in your price. Let's just say you had a $50 shirt. And then it's also going to give you the option to flash sale, which is a decent thing to run. And then you can pick the percentage you want off, or you can just put a flat rate. You can say price off or percentage. I usually just do a percentage, and then it's going to show you how much off of each product you have. And then you can set the duration for the flash sale. So when you're live on stream, you can pin your product to the screen here, and then you can hit flash sale and then pick how many seconds you want to go live. 10, 15, 45, 20 seconds. But then it's also gonna give you the option to be available for full price most of the time. And that's what I do. Available for full price. And if I want to do a flash sale and get people's attention, you can still run a flash sale on it during the show. And then you're going to set up your shipping. This is very important. This is where a lot of people get screwed up. You want to, like, the first few shows I ran, I actually got hosed on shipping because I picked the wrong weight. And then the people that I sent it to also got hosed because they had to pay more when they wanted to pick up their product. And they usually had to go to the post office to pick it up because I screwed up the weight. So if you're doing like something that's a little heavier, I usually run cards, so I'm in the 1 to 4 to 7 ounces range. But you also want to pre-package your stuff before you run a stream. Put it in a box, pack it up like you were gonna ship it out, tape it up, and then weigh it. And that's the weight you're gonna want to put in here. So I know on a shirt we're looking at right around, let's just say 8 to 11 ounces, and then hit save. So your shipping setup, you know what it is when it's boxed, the box weight, not just the weight of the item. The item weighted in a box with packing paper and tape and your little note. And then after that, once you get that all set up, you can hit publish. Boom, congratulations, your item is now listed for sale. And you can go to view listing just to double check, which I suggest. And then you can see your item. It's 50 bucks. There's 22 available. Now you have a flash sale set up. And then you can edit it from here if you realize you screwed something up. And then you can also share your product straight out to people. If you want to hit share, then you can share it out to any your social medias. Um, but I think for the best traction, you copy your link, make your post about your product, and then put your link in the comments. And that's going to get you, I believe, the most traction on social medias. Yeah, if they buy more than one, it's going to automatically adjust the weight and the shipping for the buyer. But in Whatnot, it'll say when you first set up shipping, it's going to ask you if you want to bundle shipping, and I pick yes. Now I'm going to go back in my account. I'm going to go to the seller hub. And then you can also scroll down here. This shows all your orders and stuff. This is on my pad. I usually run it through my computer because my printer is hooked up to my computer for my shipping labels. But if you have a wireless shipping label maker, which they have on Amazon for like less than 100, I think they're like 79 bucks for a wireless label maker. You can just run it straight off your phone or your pad. You can always go back in your inventory and see, like I made some mock-ups here. I probably need to delete these. And you can go to manage. Like I need to delete these off of here. I'm going to click these three. You can specifically pick them for a feature or show, or like I need to, or if you want to deactivate it, if you sold it on another platform, you can come in here and deactivate it. Or like I'm just going to delete these because I don't want anybody accidentally buying them on my other device. Do you happen to have a link to that printer, It's a Mineral? If you guys aren't following It's a Mineral, he's a big time streamer here on Whatnot. He does breaks. He does VeeFriends card breaks and other breaks. And then he also sells crystals. The printer I'm using alive is actually a Dymo XL, but I bought that thing years ago before the price went up. Now they're hundreds of dollars. I think originally, I want to say I paid like $100 for it. They were like $99 on Amazon, but now they're like 200 or 300 bucks for the Dymo XL label maker. And then if you want like another, let me grab this other one. When you run, okay, It's a Mineral says he uses a Nelco, and that's a wireless. That's a wireless label maker. Yeah, 70 bucks on Amazon. Quite a few people I know that stream here on Whatnot. That's the one that they run with is that Nelco. But like I run on stream also. It's a good idea to do giveaways. That way you can connect with people. Like I bought this. This is a Nimbot. This is a different printer. This is not for label makers. This will not do label makers. This is just for like little stickers I can use to put in giveaways. And then also when people purchase products, like this is the exact one I use. Thanks for your support, and I'll stick this on their product. But I usually use a post-it note and write down their name. Like during the live, I'll write down their name, and then when I go to ship out, I usually hand write them a message, and then I'll put this sticker also on the sticky note. And then you can also, these things are great. You can it has an app for your phone that you can sit up and set these up. Like I made this logo with Chat GPT, and then I just copied it and sent it to my this Nimbot here, and then I added this. You can add text to it, and I added this little heart. So it's a good idea when you do giveaways, or if you plan on running, more streams. You can use this and then stick these on the messages also. But I usually hand write messages to everybody. But then on my other one, there's another one for my giveaways. It says congrats. And then it has all my handles. It has like my Facebook handle, my IG handle, my X handle, and my YouTube handle. So they can follow me on those other platforms. Like I post a decent amount on my other platforms. I've been practicing using Chat GPT to help me get traction on my other platforms. And in the last couple months, um, my Instagram, I got it close to 30,000 views in 30 days. So I almost got 1,000 views a day on my Instagram using a combination of Chat GPT with some, good hashtags and stuff. And that's mostly posting about VeeFriends, the VeeFriends cards and stuff. I appreciate you, SJ. Yeah, I know a lot of people have weird views about AI and ChatGPT and all that stuff, but honestly, it's only going to make your life better and easier. I ask it, cooking questions. I ask it for recipes. Um, there's it's endless. I actually saw a guy here on Whatnot. He's like an AI. He works for an AI company, and he was walking people like how to set up like AI questions and stuff like that. What's the word I'm looking for? It's called something. Yeah, there's a ton of uses for yeah, prompt engineering. Thank you, Miss Alive. I couldn't for some reason I couldn't spit that word out of my face. Yeah, prompt engineering. That's what he worked for a company, and I saw him on here before the last raid train we did. Me and Dano set up a raid train last month, and it was literally like 45 minutes before, and I couldn't stop watching him because he was literally just dropping bombs on people. I've recorded some of his stuff, but yeah, he's a prompt engineer for a company, and he's using it to better his health and his like workout program and stuff. And he's doing like a lot of reverse engineering on how to set up the AI prompting. Yeah, I'm gonna get him on one of these shows. We were kind of set up for last Thursday, but he missed my message because he doesn't check his whatnot messages. So I got his email. I should have him on the show here in the next couple weeks, and I'm gonna do like an interview with him. Yeah, and we're gonna nerd out big time with him. He was very well spoken too, and he he ran a stream for I feel like a couple hours. But I want to get him on whatnot more. Yeah, and I'll post about it if you're following me on my Instagram, X. I'll definitely be posting and Facebook. I post everywhere. Usually, when I do make a post, I set up different posts for each platform. So, like, I have ChatGPT walk me through, uh, you know, an X post, which is going to be shorter, a Facebook post, an Instagram post. They're all a little bit different. So you set them up different. What's up, bro? Bro fits in the house. Just walking people through how to set up a whatnot product, and then I'm gonna show them how to schedule a show right now. How you doing, bro? Fit? Bro Fit is an a VeeFriends OG, and this is also streaming to my YouTube. So if you want to watch it later, but there's another one I did that was like 2 hours long, and I had 4 or 5 sellers drop in with some like big time OG whatnot sellers. So it was pretty cool. That one I did for a couple hours. They dropped in and dropped some bombs on us. Cold Stone, let's go. If you don't know about Cold Stone Creamery, they got some bomb ass ice cream, and my favorite is their ice cream cakes. I bought a couple of their ice cream cakes for people's birthdays. Fun fact: I do flooring for a living, and I did some Cold Stone Creamers on the East Coast and also in the Midwest. I used to lay the tile for Cold Stone Creamery. I did a pretty sweet mall store in the Connecticut Mall. It was on the second or third floor of one of their big malls out there, and did all the tile work there. But it was funny. I did Cold Stone Creameries for like 6 months and never had their ice cream because I was doing the floors. They were never set up. And one of the big wigs for the four state Midwest stores, he's like, "How do you like our ice cream?" And I was like, "I've actually never had it because whenever I do a store, it's being built." So he gave me a free card. And then when I came back home to Springfield, I tried it for the first time after like 6 months of working for them. And that's when I got hooked. And then I found out they had ice cream cake, and it was all over. Cold Stone Creamery is cool. Again, if you don't know about Cold Stone Creamery, they have now I'm here in Springfield, Missouri. Cold Stone Creamery has two marble slabs that are frozen, and they mix up their ice cream with other ingredients. Of course, like candy and stuff. And they take these two choppers and they mix it on the marble slabs there. No, I did some Cold Stones on the East Coast though. I did one in New York, at a strip mall, and then I did one in I'm trying to think. I think it was the Fairfield Mall in Connecticut. It was probably the nicest mall I've ever been in. They had marble and granite everywhere. All the pillars were wrapped in marble. It was awesome. So it was a trip seeing that one. The nicest bathrooms in a mall I'd ever seen in my life. Oh, the was it Fairview Mall or Fairfield? I can't remember what it was called. It was definitely the nicest mall I'd been in. What's up, Kylito? Oh, you're like 5 minutes out of Atlantic City. Let's go. Oh, so Cold Stone's like a few hours from you. I'm just showing people how to set up a whatnot, Kylito. That's why I got my trusty pad out here, my iPad. We ran through setting up a product, but right now we're gonna run through scheduling your first show. SJ Novelties is getting ready to run his first stream here shortly. Um, Not if you set up a show, Will Michelle. I don't think there's a way to start the stream. If you have another show set up, you can do like a private stream and not invite anybody. But I don't know if you already have a show set up. If you can, I don't think you can go live and people not see you. Yeah, you can do a private stream. You can go to practice mode. Let's see here. Where's the? You can go to rehearsal mode here. Go into your seller hub and go to rehearsal mode, and then you can see how your setup is. See, I can see the setup in the background. Yeah, no problem, Michelle. That's what Not Wednesday is for. And then you can hit let's go, and then it gives you like a practice mode. Switch your camera back. What's up? You can see you guys. Get your camera mode checked out, and these top three dots are your other camera mode. I always click verified buyers on, because sometimes there's some scammers that try to buy stuff and scam you out of stuff. And then you can zoom in and out. You can see how the mode changes there. There's your zoom out. If you want to rotate, then you can rotate the camera. We'll do the zoom one. Verified buyers on. Zoom out, and then you can see your how it zooms out. Oh, this seller hub is down here. Let's see. We'll go home first. This is on my iPad though. I'm not sure if you're doing it from your computer or whatever, but the seller hub is down here. On your computer, it's going to be like I think on the top right if you're on your computer, and then you hit seller hub, and then you can go to rehearsal mode. And then yeah, this is the best thing to do for you, SJ, is go to this rehearsal mode, because it literally, like, see, it'll walk you through it. Tap on your shop icon, and then it shows you how to pin a product. And then you can hit pin, and then this is how you pin a product to the screen. And then now you'll see it's pinned up here. And then it shows you how to start the auction. And then you could set up your time. Change your starting bid if you want your bid to be $5 instead of $1. You don't have to do $1 starts, especially if you have a product that's more expensive. And then you can start your auction. I hit start auction. Now my auction's live. And you can see the time ticking down here. Did you find the seller hub, Michelle? And this runs through like fake auctions. This is rehearsal mode, so nobody's actually buying anything. I'm glad, SJ. Yeah, if you have any more, shoot them in the chat. I'm gonna actually turn off this other camera. Oh, Tyler won my auction. Let me see if this is better. I got rid of that stupid glare. Oh, that's way better. I should have done that right out the gate. Yeah, if you have any more questions, SJ, hit me up. I'll walk you through so then even during your live, you can share your stream out during your live. And you can hit the share button, and then this is automatically going to pull up a list of people that you like interact with or have interacted with in the past, and you can send it straight to them. I'm just going to put practice. So this will go to Cool Guy. That's really going to Cool Guy right now. So I shared it. Just shows you shared the live stream out. Other people can share your stream out if you want to ask people to share the stream out. It's always a good idea. They can also share out to their Instagram, their Facebook, their X account. You can just copy the link. You can also just hit copy link here. And then now you have a hold paste. I can paste it straight there. And then it's going to paste it right in the screen. People can copy that, or they can just hit share. Yeah, Destiny, I can raid Super Salad whenever I'm done. I'm not sure how long this is going to go on, but I'm going to walk SJ through setting up a show also. And then people can also clip your show. Like last night when I pulled my 1 of 50, I'm hoping somebody clipped it. If not, you can always go back into your show at the end. And if you want to take clips from your show and push them to other places, you can also. What's up, VTops23? And then you can also promote your show during a live. If you want to do paid promotions, I would suggest after you get a few shows down and you got your shipping in order, that you practice shipping a few times. Also, like a big piece of advice is to uh, do your first few shows. Just practice the setup. If you're gonna actually sell something, just do like 3 to 5 products. That way, you don't. If you fuck up on shipping, it's not like detrimental. You just have a few people that you messed up on, and you can easily fix those few people. As opposed to like I've seen people do big shows where they sell like 45 products, and now you have big time, you have multiple people that are pissed off at you because they A have to pay for new product, or B, you messed up on shipping, shipped it to the wrong person, sent them the wrong products. I definitely highly suggest running like 4 or 5 shows at least with a very limited product. That way your mistake isn't huge, it's not detrimental, it's very small, and you can fix them accordingly. But after you get a few shows, you can hit promote. You can do this during a live show. You can hit promote. Oh, this is rehearsal mode. It's not gonna let me. But when you hit promote during your main show, a real show, it's gonna pull up these options. But on this stream, I can't do it, so it's not gonna let me. But it'll walk you through it, and then you can set up a price, like how much you actually want to spend. And then you do have a few like promote show. We'll do it like during the length, like spreads out impressions during your show, so more people tune in over time. If you want to run boost, like say you have a, I was watching the Whatnot stream today from the actual Whatnot company, and they suggest like if you have a high end product you want to boost your stream for 15 minutes and get a lot of people in before you run the auction, this is probably a good thing to use. And then you can also do community boost. The community can come in here and boost and actually pay. Like if you can get 4 or 5 people, like 5 people to donate $5 and boost your show, that's a community boost, and that'll give you more visibility also. And then they'll actually in the stream they'll have a little icon above their handle that says booster. But let's get out of that here. And then this is a common thing to use during your stream. If you want to do a poll, you can also set up a poll during stream. Like, hey, what product do you want me to run next? Or what type of future products do you want me to have? Or like, do you like fucking pineapple on your pizza? Yes or no? You can set up different polls just to have fun with the chat or find out information for future shows. And then, like, if you also want to run a face cam, this gives you a face cam and forward facing camera at the same time. And then you can move this thing around wherever you want. Like I usually put it up here and kind of get it out of the way of my main screen. And then they can see me. They can see if I'm picking my nose or if I'm picking in my ear. But yeah, it's a great way to stay engaged with everyone. And then you can come back in there and turn it off if you want. If you're adjust your camera settings, zoom out. But yeah, this we're still in rehearsal mode here. And if you have multiple products already set up, it can just automatically go to your next one. But like I said, for your first few shows, I just do one product at a time and don't set them up in order. That way, once you get used to the Whatnot app, you can set up multiple products in a row and have them laid out. Like I have a table, I have this giant yellow. Oh, you can't see it. I have a table, so I usually like lay my products out on this side, and then this side is for when somebody buys the product. I'll set it over there with a post-it note, and then I usually set them up in order according to how they buy. So like, let's just say this far end is for my first purchase, and then I'll go second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And then you'll find out when you, let's say you have 20 products, when you go into your whatnot shipping, the first product setup is going to be the last one that you ran on stream. That'll be the first one on your whatnot. And that kind of helps me keep organized so I don't mess up anybody's product. But then I also always run a post-it note and write their name down during stream and stick it on the product. That way I absolutely cannot like make a mistake. I've only made it out of the thousands of products I've ran so far, I probably only made a couple mistakes, but I caught them. I was lucky enough to catch them before I shipped out. And if you didn't know, this show is brought to you by Members Mark Sparkling Water. Today I'm drinking a strawberry lemonade. Nah, just kidding. I'm just practicing for when I do get sponsorship. No worries, bear witness. Like I said, this show is recorded. I have a couple of these recorded on my YouTube channel. You can go to Jake Breaks 55 and catch a couple of the other ones. I was telling SJ here, there's a really good one. It's 2 hours long, but I had some like hardcore OG whatnotters. They had thousands. Like I think the one guy had like 40,000 sales already and thousands of reviews. He dropped in there and a couple of his buddies. So when I was asking questions, they were dropping knowledge in the stream. So yeah, go to my YouTube and you can watch that video. It was pretty epic. I actually got pretty nervous because they were like, I clicked on their profiles and they were like big time sellers. But they dropped in the chat and started dropping some knowledge. It was pretty cool. And then one guy actually hosted on the stream, and he was on the video. Let's see. No, the only thing we went over so far, bear witness, was the creation of a product. But I'm gonna show you how to schedule a show real quick, and then we can go back through. I can go through create a product for you real quick. It doesn't take that long. Have you ran any shows yet, bear witness? Surprise breaking auto randomized. No. Oh, no shows yet. Like I was telling SJ, your first few shows do not run big shows with multiple products. I just run a few. Do a very short stream. Say you do like a 30-minute stream, do a couple giveaways to practice the giveaway button and run maybe a couple products, just something low end, something $2-3, so you can walk yourself through the actual shipping process and make sure that you didn't, mess up the shipping itself. That is, I'm in a few chat groups here on Whatnot, sellers chat groups, and the biggest thing we've all made mistakes up on is the shipping. No worry, SJ. Do you want to see how to schedule a show real quick? Are you taking off? I'll just walk you through it real quick. Hit schedule a show. And again, I'll go back. This is in the Sellers Hub. You go to Sellers Hub and you'll have create a product, schedule a show. So we're going to hit schedule a show. You're going to want to name your show. Um, again, I'll ask ChatGPT a few questions about naming your show. But let's just say I do a lot of VeeFriends stuff. So we'll do VeeFriends, like let's just say Raid Train. This is the show we're having on the 27th. Actually, is we set up a raid train with like 23 sellers, and then it'll go to pick your date. So pick whatever date. Let's just say we're doing the raid train like we oh wow, that's next weekend. And then pick your time. I usually do 5:55 if you know, you know. And then you can add moderators and schedule a show. If you have a buddy or somebody that wants to moderate for you, you can hit the moderate button and that allows them to pin stuff to the screen. I'm gonna pick Jolly Jacko here. He's one of my boys. And it's a mineral if you know it's a mineral. And hit save. And that'll automatically make him a moderator. But you can always go into the show and click their PFP and you can make them a moderator during the show. Yeah, it helps to have a moderator. They can direct them to your bin. You know, they can say check out the shop. They can say like pin to. They can pin to the screen. Promote. Bookmark their next show. Like I can do it right here, and it'll pin it to the screen for 5 minutes, just like that. And your mods can do this, and your mods can also ban people or mute people. Once in a great while, you'll get it like a troll in there that's just talking shit. You can ban them or mute them, and you can. I guess you can always re-invite them. But yeah, the moderators can pin. That's pretty important move right here is pinning stuff to the screen. But yeah, there's your allow moderate, and I think you get 5 moderators total. And then if you're doing a repeat show, like I watched the Whatnot stream live today from the Whatnot company, and they highly suggest to be consistent. Like if you like I set up these weekly shows for Tuesday and Wednesday for the next 8 weeks. So you can just hit a weekly show every week and then you can pick how many weeks. Let's just say you want to practice. Let's do 4 weeks, one show, and then it'll say ends after number of shows. So after your 4 shows, this one will automatically end and you'll have to set up a new one. But then you can add a video. The video is 60 seconds long. Or wait, is it 30? I'm just gonna hit it real quick and say record video and see. I think it gives us I think it gives you 30 seconds. But then you can just hit stop. It's either 30 seconds or a minute. You can either retake it or use the video. We're just gonna hit use the video. And this is handy if you want to show multiple products that you're doing during your show. And then the thumbnail is just a frozen photo. I'm just gonna upload one. Again, always a good idea to like have your photos preloaded. That way you can adjust the lighting and stuff. And we're gonna choose that one. So there's your main thumbnail, and this is what people are gonna see when they go to Whatnot. But if they click on your show, then they can see the video you took of different products that you're gonna have. And then you're going to want to pick a category for your show. Again, I do a lot of VeeFriends stuff, so it's going to be in the trading card game section. But you can see here all the different categories you can fit yourself into. Whoa. Oh, that was tractors. Oh, wholesales. If you're doing wholesales, there's pet stuff, food and drink, which, if you didn't know, snacks are a big deal on Whatnot right now. They said, I follow the Whatnot blog, and they're saying snacks are trending. But like I'm in trading card games, so you can come in here. I'm gonna pick VeeFriends because that's most relevant to me, and then it's gonna put me into the VeeFriends category, and then you're gonna pick your primary selling format. Holy shit, I'm having issues speaking. Singles, breaks, surprise sets. This is for bundles sold without the buyer knowing. Like if you do like mystery bags and stuff like that, you can pick that. I usually am in singles or breaks, and then it's going to give you up to 3 different tags you can pick, like modern. Let's say you're doing a case break and a hobby box, and then those are gonna be the 3 tags that you run with on there. And then shipping settings. This is for your show. You can actually do a free pickup if you wanted to. I have that off. Domestic shipments. So this is where you're gonna pick your shipping settings. I usually pick this is for like your less than $20 products. And then I have the priority mail picked, not flat rate boxes. Yeah, so you can pick SJ, you can pick one or the other, like whatever you think is the most popular. Maybe Marvel or Pokemon being the most popular. I don't think they have the Bo Jackson arena yet, but I usually slide myself in the VeeFriends category and then subcategory like the other ones are just like extra. Yeah, and the ground advantage, like Dano says, my trusty mod. This is the cheaper one. Flat rate boxes and US priority on the domestic shipping over 5 pounds is going to be more expensive if you're trying to do 1 to 3 business days. And flat rate boxes. This ground one is the cheapest one to pick. So these are the settings I usually run with. I turn this one on. I have the priority mail 1 to 3 on this domestic shipments, and then this ground advantage on the bottom. Right, Dano? That's correct. What's up, Fat Tony? Fat Tony in the house. We're walking people on this show every Wednesday. I walk people through how to set up a whatnot show with product. And right now we're actually scheduling a show. Um, and then you can also pick if you want to like help people out or fit yourself into, you can actually manually adjust max shipping. I don't suggest that for your first few shows. Once you get the hang of it, then you can pick like I'll usually do like 755. Oh shit. On my other shows, like my other whatnot shows, I'll do 755 because I know people are not going to go over that, and then that fits you in a different category and whatnot. It'll literally say reduce shipping on your show. Yeah, Dano, unless you sell the heavy stuff, then use the flat rate stuff. But I'm usually not shipping anything heavy. If you get into like pallet shipments and stuff like that, then you would want to use the flat rate boxes. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube about flat rate shipping. I'm not super familiar with the flat rate because I've never done it here on Whatnot. Yeah, and you have to, like Daniel said, big point there. You have to use the flat rate shipping boxes they have at the post office. But then in your scheduled live show, after you set up your shipping and stuff, content, if you're going to say bad words like me, make sure that's on. That way, people know that you're gonna drop the f bomb once in a while or say shit. And I say shit and fuck a lot. Well, not too much, but it's gonna happen. Daniel said fuck shit. And then you can also pick if you want to like pre-promote, like promote your show, and this will actually show you how many impressions. But like I said, on your first few shows, I wouldn't do this yet. I'd make sure you get the hang of whatnot first before you start promoting your show and spending your much loved money. And for some reason, it'll do it. It does it times 2 hours automatically. So pick, pick the amount you want. You can sit here and adjust it, and then it'll show you like how many impressions. Like $100 an hour. Every hour, it's going to give you that many impressions. And then you can come here. You can do $5 an hour, which I've ran a few different times, and you can see the people that drop in. But we're going to turn that off for now. And then that's it. Once you get through all that stuff, you got your thumbnail. We'll walk through for the people that just came in. Name your show, pick the date, pick the time, pick your mods, pick if your show repeats. You can end this after a certain amount of shows. Pick your thumbnail, put a video in there, pick your category, your selling format. You're going to get tags to pick, shipping settings, explicit content. If you want to promote your show, and then hit schedule show. Boom. And now it's going to schedule this show, which I'm going to have to cancel because this is just my other whatnot profile I set up a while back. Yeah, no problem, SJ. No problem at all. And you're in that other group. You can always ask some questions in there. Dano's in there. It's a Minerals in there, which I'm sure you know. Cool Guys in there. I think Hotkey Breaks is in there. There's a few big sellers in there that can answer your questions. This is probably taking a while to load because my Wi-Fi is on, which I usually have shut off. Get out of there. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I just did. No. Oh, I don't. There we go. But yeah, I usually also when you set up your show, I've noticed there's an issue. If you have your Wi-Fi on, sometimes this happens forever. So I'll shut my Wi-Fi off. I usually never have it on my phone when I run a stream. Also, I have my Wi-Fi shut off. There's for some reason issues. I live out in the country, literally the country, population 3,000 in my town, so I always have my Wi-Fi shut off. And my phone providers, Verizon Wireless, they're the best. If you know, you know. Let's see, it won't even load now because my there we go. Boom. Now my show's set up. So once your show's set up, I think it gives you 30 seconds. Gives us. I think it gives you 30 seconds. Gives us. You can share your show out here, and you can also pick show notes. If you can type these in afterwards, you can type in anything you want here. Let them know what you're doing on your stream. I'm just gonna put sale items, and then direct them to the show notes when you go live. Yeah, that's why I suggest running a few short shows, SJ, and bear witness to make sure your connection's good with everything and you don't have like a giant break set up and then your connection shits out. One, it'd be embarrassing. Two, you'll have to like refund people's money and all that stuff. But yeah, definitely like first four or five shows for sure. Maybe run a couple shows where you just chat, run a couple giveaways, maybe run a couple auctions on some low end stuff. That way you do get some purchases and just practice walking yourself through shipping after your show's done. And then I also like make sure I either have time directly after the stream if you want to get that 1 day shipper tag. Like I have on my handle, I have 1 day shipper. That's we're in a now world, so I've sold on Shopify and Etsy for years now, and I always have a 1 day shipper that gets you the most views and the most engaging people. They want their stuff right now. So having the 1 day shipper tag is good. So when I do set up a stream, I make sure I have time afterwards or the very next morning to ship out my products. Like the first few streams I did it immediately after my show. And then that's how I found out I screwed up on a couple and put things in the wrong package, so I caught him before it was too late. What's up, Jackie? A robe in the house. Papa's in the house. Just saw you guys slide in. Thanks for stopping by. Just walking people through their first whatnot show. And I can actually hit go live right now on this. You can go live anytime you want. Anytime you want to hit live. But they suggest, sticking with the time you have. We're actually live right now on this other pad. But what I was saying is they whatnot suggests like sticking to your time and keeping a schedule. That way people will stop by your stream. They know you have that consistency built up with people and you'll have more people. Hey, what's up, Mr. Octo? Just dropped in my stream. What's up, Mr. Octo? I'm just showing people how to whatnot. Thanks for stopping by my other handle. Don't buy anything if there's any products in there because I don't have that one set up. Let's see. I'm gonna share this to Jake. I'm gonna share that to myself. Mr. Octo, look at Mr. Octo sliding into both streams. Let's go. Thanks for stopping by. And then, yeah, you can see as you're live, you'll have all these same setups like we looked at in rehearsal mode. And then if you have products pre-set up, you can go straight to import from inventory. It's the good idea to have your products pre-set up, and then you can just drop in here. There's none that I have set up, but then you can just hit import. You can just click the ones you want for your stream, hit import, and it'll automatically pull them into your stream. Giveaways. You can also set stuff up during a stream, which I don't suggest until you get a handle of stuff. Once in a while, I'll add a product to an auction during a stream. But I'm fast enough now. Most people don't notice I'm like setting it up. You can see, look at your sold, what you've sold during a stream. You can also, if like people make you offers on products, you can go in live and look at offers, and you can accept offers live in stream. And then you can see your tips. If you have a tip, get tips. Switch the camera. Ooh, what's up? And then clip it. You can clip your own show if you want to clip it, and then download it and save it. Yeah, Abram. We'll go back here. Boom, I just clipped that. And then you can hit download or edit it. It's pretty cool. Whatnot's pretty cool on the clipping. This might take a minute to load, so I'm not going to wait. But you can actually crop it right there in Whatnot. What's up, Gold King? Hey, what's up, K-Swiss? I'm actually on another profile of mine walking people how to set up a Whatnot show. So I'm going to bounce out here. Let's see. I'll show you how to raid. And what raid does is takes all the people from your stream and pushes them into another stream. So we're going to raid Snake Jake, but yeah, you can scroll through Whatnot sellers. You can type in Whatnot sellers. Let's raid Super Salad real quick just to be funny. And then it'll actually pull this up. Raid now. Let's raid. So now my fake handle is gonna raid for reals. Raid Super Salad.
He's got to give it a special label for VeeFriends. This is insane. Yeah. I'm making this legit. All right.
Sweet. And see, you can straight up just automatically share right to Instagram from the share button. Oh, what I do?
Meta Rides sponsored Givey is on right now. Everybody, get in there. It's gonna be one of them. Pick your bundles. Yeah, some of them at least.
Get in that Givey.
A lot of what's on there is the new ones.
But I'm getting out. All right, back to what it was. Let's see. What's up, Crazy Fresco? Thanks for stopping by. All right, Abram, are you still here? Which shipping tips and tricks did you want? What's up, D-Man? The weight? Okay, you're going to go into create a product. I'm just going to pick a generic photo I have already added to my pad here. Pick your category. Set up a title. Description. Quantity. Variants if you have different ones. Price. Let's just say 25 bucks. If you want a flash sale, accept offers. Reserve for live. This is good. If you want to accept offers, you would click this. If you have a product you set at a high price, and then when you come down to shipping here, So, Abram, when you do whatever products you're running and you're going to be shipping, put them in a package like you're going to ship it out, tape it up, whatever box or products you have, put them in a package just like you were actually shipping them out and weigh them and then pick your weight. So, like if you're in between 4 to 7 ounces, then you would pick this one. But usually, if I'm at 7 ounces, I want to extra make sure that I don't get hosed, like hose the person you're shipping to. Because what'll happen is if it's actually 7.5, or for some reason the post office scales reads a little heavier, like if I'm right at 7, like 6.9, I'll come down here and I'll pick 8 to 11 just to make sure. Because what'll happen is when you ship it to the person, they'll have to pay extra money to pick up their product. And that's going to piss them off and lead to bad reviews or them not coming back to your show, which I've done a few times. Okay, if they buy more than one, as long as this is set up, Whatnot's automatically going to bundle that and add the weight to it automatically. You don't have to worry about that. A flat rate box is if you're shipping heavier products, like over 5 pounds and stuff. Like you have, I mean, you have past 5 pounds, but what Dana was saying earlier is one, you have to get a flat rate shipping box from the post office. Two, you really only want to do that if you're like over 5 pounds. So if you're in this 4 to 6 pounds, are you running heavy stuff? What are you selling, Abram? Let me see. I'm going to set this down for a second here. Just for a more secure ship. Okay, so it's not really more secure for more expensive cards. So when you go to ship something, you can add not let's see here. I think you can let's just say like a more secure even in these weights, you put these in a box. Whatnot's going to give you up to, let's just say you pick a 4 to 7 ounces, even though it's only that. Whatnot gives you a 12 by 12 by 12 box to ship in. So that's 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. That's a massive box that you can put in and make it more secure if you're shipping expensive cards. But like you can also just, even though it's a 12 by 12, you can put it in this type of box that's smaller and put a sticker on that. Or even, a mid-size box and put it in that. If you're running, yeah, if you're running expensive cards, do not put them in envelope. Yeah, as long as it stays within the weight, you're good. But yeah, Whatnot gives you up to, like, I don't go in and manually change the box size. I just leave it at 12 by 12 by 12. So when I'm running a few different things like a hat or a bundle of cards, like which I shipped out today, I had multiple size boxes. As long as I'm under the 12 by 12 by 12 box, you're good. You don't have to sit there and change the size of the box. As long as your weight is correct, you're good. That's why I suggest, like, if you're practicing shipping out an item, pack the box up first and see what the actual weight is, and then weigh it in that box with tape and everything, and then pick your weights according to how much you're gonna do. Like I've run stacks of cards before like this. I'll weigh them and then put them in a box and weigh them all taped up with packing paper and everything, because you wouldn't think that cardboard and like paper weighs much, but you'd be surprised. It'll add several ounces to a package. Okay, Abram said I was reading that you need 1 pound to use flat rate. Yeah, you'll need more than 1 pound, but again, here on Whatnot, like the shipping is actually relatively cheap for that 12 by 12 by 12 box, even on boxes that are 1 pound or 1 to 2 pounds. Like if I get to 1 pound, I'm actually going to pick this just to make sure I'm within that range and the people don't get charged extra shipping on their end. But I mean, you're more than welcome to use a flat rate box. It's probably just going to be more expensive. And you can also you should be able to add insurance, not here, but when you go to ship out, I'm trying to think. Let me just pick. Did I pick that? Oh, why didn't I save that? Hit save. Make sure you always hit save. We're just gonna publish that for shits and giggles. Yeah, in this. Yeah, I believe in the seller hub. Let me see here. But I think it's once you sell something, I believe you can add extra insurance in your drop down menu. I can't remember that actually. Yeah, so in your if you want to set up like shipping across the board, so like every time you run a show, yeah, you'll go into your sellers hub and then hit these three dots here and pick your shipping here. This sets up your shipping for every show, and every show will be the same, and you don't have to pick it every time you run a show. What's up, Tasha? I'm just running people through like how to set up a show. Oh yeah, there you go. It is. So Dano knows. When you go to print out the label, you have insurance when you print the label. Oh, it's like automatic insurance, Dano. Okay, so ground advantage. Yeah, as long as your card's not over $100, it's automatically in there for $100. But if it's over, Dano, you can just go into the when you print out the label, right? Let me see. I don't have any. I don't have any like sales set up right now, but I think you can go straight into the. I'm gonna check real quick. Let me turn this around. Let's walk over here. I'm gonna get on my computer and actually check that out right now. Ooh, my phone's hot. Go my whatnot. Michelle, wait, did we miss a message from Michelle? Couldn't find them. What are you looking for, Michelle? Oh man, my allergies are killing me. I'm out here in the Midwest. These allergies are something else. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I'll show you. So in your shipping stuff, it's gonna pull. This is on my computer. Before you generate the new label, you can scroll down here and add insurance to shipment. Type in your contents, and then adjust the price, and then save changes. This is how you add your insurance. What's up, D-Man? Did you catch that? Is Michelle still here? Oh, I need my phone stand. What's up, Run Don't Walk? I was just walking people how to set up their first Whatnot stream and insurance. Ooh, I got a follow on my other account. Let's go. Welsh Warrior. Let's creep on that profile. Holy shit. 2.4K sold. Average shipping time, 1 day. 270 reviews. Let's go. What are they selling? Is this Welsh? Is this who you were talking about, Dano? Is this Pokemon singles? Oh, look at that. Hey, they're in the VeeFriends raid train. Let's go. I'm going to make it look like this is my phone. That's kind of trippy. They're in the raid train. What's up, High Key Breaks? What's up, Condones? I'm running it every Wednesday. I run a Whatnot stream on how to Whatnot. I walk people through setting up product. How to set up a show, tips and tricks. How's it going, Hockey? That's funny. He followed me on my other account. Dano, that's pretty funny. This is my other account that I was running on. Snake Guy. I did sell a couple of things on here. There's all the stuff I sold on there. Who's all here? Who's left? Chakra Khan, what's up, Chakra Khan? Hotkey Breaks. And Dano, my trusty mod, thanks for stopping by tonight. I was just walking people through how to set up a Whatnot show and set up products and stuff, Chakra Khan. We do this every Wednesday at 5:55 Central Time. And I'll take my trusty pad here and walk people through how to set up a Whatnot show. And we'll go over any questions and stuff. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm still here. Do you run Whatnot shows or want to learn? Every Wednesday. Or you can check out my YouTube. These are going recorded straight to YouTube. My YouTube handle is Jake Breaks 55. And you can see this show that was recorded automatically and previous shows that I've run here on Whatnot. You guys ready to raid? I think that was all for the questions. And Michelle, I don't know. Michelle never popped back in. She couldn't find something. She was trying to figure out what her stream looked like. I should have told her just run it. You can see what it looks like during the stream. Let's see. Let's raid someone. Let's raid someone. We'll raid Super Salad again. Snakes in the chat. You know the drill. Drop some snakes in the chat for me, Chakra Khan. You get your PFP to a VeeFriends, bro. Or girl. I have broism. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. This is Snake Jake. I'm out.